I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
What is going on? It is Midday Muscle yet again. I'm that guy from Barry. Let's get right into it. Now that we're getting to the heart of the contest season, I bet if we put up a poll right now to see which battle y'all are looking forward to the most, it'd probably be between Andrew Jacked and Hunter Labrada at the Texas Pro. And when we see clips of Andrew training like this, it's easy to understand why. Despite making a few changes to his team over the last few weeks, all the reports that we're hearing from people close to his camp seem to indicate that he hasn't missed a beat. If anything, he started to dial up the knob a few degrees as of late. If he wipes the floor with everyone here and builds on some of that momentum he established back at the Arnold, then it's only a matter of time until we start hearing whispers about him potentially being a top 3 finisher this year. Speaking of dialing up knobs, I don't know if it's even possible to check the temperature on what we've seen from Shaun Clarida lately, because he has been training like a maniac for the part of the last month or so. With that being said, having that extra gear in the gym has pretty much been par for the course for him throughout his career. So it's hard to say if he's actually going above and beyond now, but at least from the outside, the reigning and defending 212 champ is giving off a pretty strong FU to the doubters vibe, and that hasn't necessarily always been the case. In a weird way, not placing in the top 3 at the Arnold might have been a good thing for Shaun, because it allowed him to double down on that underdog mentality that's been so essential to his success. And unless we see another one of the top guys make a major step forward, or someone like Breon Ansley come in and upset the balance of power, it's hard to imagine a scenario where he doesn't end up repeating in the fall. We also have one final piece of news for you today from the 212 division, courtesy of former Olympian Nick Vouliad. Now that some rumors of a potential comeback to the stage have started to generate some traction. This guy's been completely off the radar for the better part of the last few years since he announced that he was stepping away from competitive bodybuilding. But after some of these training clips surfaced recently, there's been some buzz coming from the underground about Nick stepping back into the action at some point this season. When he was at his peak a few years ago, it felt like his ceiling was as high as anyone's in the division. And at one point I know there were a handful of people who saw him as a potential title contender one day. So if for some reason he does decide to take another crack at picking up where he left off, here's another name you might want to keep tabs on, because he has the potential to be a real X factor in the division. At this point, we're counting the days till we kick it off at the New York Pro this weekend. And as far as the classic physique division is concerned, Michael DeBull is making a strong case for himself to be considered the early favorite right now. A few weeks ago, we reported that his camp was tossing around the idea of sitting this one out to make sure that he was 100% ready to go. And he obviously is, given that he just competed a few days ago in Pittsburgh. Even though he doesn't grab the same level of fanfare that some of the other top guys might, when he's completely locked in, he's got the ability to beat almost anyone on any given night. So if he can make a few adjustments this week and head into that weekend firing on all cylinders, it's almost a lock that he ends up battling it out for a spot in the first call-out on Saturday. That's gonna do it. Another Midday Muscle in the books. We'll see you back tomorrow, and heck, I might even wear a different shirt.